Hello YouTube, and welcome to another Vacuum Mad 8 video. Firstly, we'd just like to apologise for the no uploads from last week. We had a technical issue. It's not an excuse. We had a big technical issue with the broadband where things weren't working. It's been going on and off for the last couple of weeks without us knowing, and everything was messed up. So after practically reinstalling most of the smart TVs and everything, we've managed to get it back to a point where we can actually upload videos. And Kyle was quite frustrated as well last week, because if the broadband goes off, it's like the world ends in his mind. And in fact, he did damage one of his iPads. It was a very new iPad Pro, with the 4 camera slots and the LiDAR, which luckily it was only tempered glass, so you know that's a bad thing. So today we was going to do this video last week. This one was one that he got from his school. Now a lot of vacuum collectors collect all these sort of booklets and stuff, but being in the digital age now, they're getting far and few apart now. Basically, like things like the Argos book now, that is obsolete by the sound of it. Carl's very disappointed because he does like to cut out all the vacuums that were in Argos. So this is something that he had actually in his little room, and he's now into the bigger. He's back in with normal children now. I think there's only 8 children in the class in a very large room, and so they're currently using this room as sort of a COVID-19 waiting area. Quarantine room. So he's actually in the big class. So he made this one. When did you make this one, mate?
Couple months ago.
So you did make this one, I think this year, this year or last year. And it is some of his favourite pictures really of vacuums. A lot of these are what I would call scans, like sort of off the internet.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Some of them are Argos ones, some of them are forums, but they do.
That was it from Argos on the website, and that was it from Argos, and that was also from Argos, and that's the same picture, and that was also from Argos.
Yeah, so this is how people get inspired about collecting certain machines. Sometimes they see images of machines that they would really like to have, or they see them as in a group and they think, oh, that's a nice setup, I'd really like to have that. So the first one, really, you got the Hoover badge, and we also got Dyson. Now what we're going to do now is going to pan the camera through and just explain some of the ones that inspires him. So this one here is a fairly rare machine indeed. I don't think there is many people that actually own them in the UK, but this is the first Hoover. This is the Model O from 1908. This is the Spangler, as they called it. Spangler actually made it, and Hoover actually bought the design off him and sort of set the business up from there. So this is the Spangler machine. It's basically a fan inside casing. It's very nicely decorated indeed. And there we go. Oh, that's a 1909 one.
That's an actual USA museum.
Could be, yeah. So that could be from the Hoover Museum, yes.
Yeah, I think there's that one.
The next one we got here is, these are all his favourite vacuums, the 700. As you know, he does own one. He doesn't have this particular bag to go on it, but
I think that's a picture from the instruction manual.
That could be the picture from the instruction manual. We did take it in. The next picture here we have, and this is from somebody's, probably people say, oh, that's from so-and-so. Now we have the 370, the first Hoover Junior. That one's from around 19 in the 30s. That one. So that was the very first Hoover Junior, and he does own one of these. The next one, which inspires him, is this one here.
That is the original Model 2.
And that is the It's called now, off the top of the head. So yeah, so that's another Hoover Junior. Can't remember the top of the head, but yeah, that is another one from the Art Deco period. They also did a black stripe one as well.
That is the back one.
But it does have, see these bags just look different look. That one's got gold and that one's got silver look. So the next picture we have here is Henry. Where'd you get that one from? Argos? That's like an ex-Argos picture, I think.
Yeah, so it might be just...
I think he may even have that one.
Yes.
I think like the Harry come out the same sort of time as the Harry.
And also got the Hetty version of that one.
And we got the Hetty as well. So that's another inspiration for him collecting the vacuums. So far we've got, we also have a toy Henry there. I think that's the older model.
I think that's just Toy Superstore.
That could be a Smith's Toy Superstore collage.
Looks like that.
So it is nice sometimes to cut them out and make pictures out of it.
That's definitely from work.
And then we have some of his other favourites here now. We have a group of constellations. We have got the, well, you may think, oh, he's got that one, but no, this one is actually the 822A, which floats. So this was the very first floating model. And hopefully we won't get copyright strike for this one. But as you probably recognise the arm, it is from Ibasiac. If you Google, if you put a vacuum in on Google, normally you get his arm in most shots, don't you? And we've even seen them for sale using his videos, haven't we? Like the screenshot from his videos.
I think that's one of the ones I've seen.
I think that was the first look one, because he also did one with where he changed the filter or something like that.
With the little filter screen, the little floating thing.
The next picture here, we've got one of the Cole's other favourites, the Aquamaster, and I do believe it's got the proper shampoo of it as well.
In fact, that's what that one comes with. It's 4 Netrux and Hoovers. That one is 4 Netruxes.
So that one back in the day
got a bottle of that
was £139.
I think that might be a Hoover Aqua Jet.
No, it says Aquamaster on it.
I've never seen Aquamaster.
So we got the Hoover logo, which is cut out. The next picture we have is the Hetty, which matches the Henry from the top, and then we also have got the, I think that Henry there, that's the sticker. I think is that the one that goes in the window. That could be the window sticker, isn't it?
That's it. That's one shit or Superstore from there.
So that's the Smith's Toy Superstore advertising the Henry toy. The next one we have is the Hetty cleaning trolley.
Half of it's down there.
So I think he has actually got one of them as well in his collection, believe it or not.
Yes.
And then
a little cap on one.
And then we have a couple of V11s. Now we have got the standard V11 here in the blue. I think that's the one I own.
Yeah.
And then next to it, we also have one with a pink pole.
Well, I think that's the USA type one, or the country model.
Yeah, so I know for a fact they don't make one with a pink pole standard with the V11. So that one could be like you said, a different country. So next we have the Dyson logo.
That's from Superstores.
Right. And then below that, these are all Kyle's favourite vacuums.
Those are imaging from Google.
No, that one is the G-Force, isn't it? That's the one with the...
yeah, that's got the shy damage, that's the G-Force.
So that's got the clutch on it. So when you look at the DCO3, that's basically where they got the clutch idea. And that was from Archive, so I think that could be from... I'm pretty sure it's from one of the museums, isn't it?
Yeah.
The next picture is one of his favourite vacuums, and this is, I do believe, was a scan from Argos, and it's the Hoover Starlight.
You can see the head.
And you can't really see the head, and I think that one there has got the orange front on it.
Yeah.
That'll be the U1012, I should imagine.
Yes, I think cut that out and scan where it is. See it.
And then I think from the same year as well, because they had that one and they had the U1012, they also did the highly iconic Hoover Senior Ranger. but not any version. It's got to be the shake and vac one. So another inspired vacuum. The next picture we got here from his collage
is a DC1.
And you don't see them like that very often now, do you? They're never that colour. They're always gone. Most of them are gone green now, aren't they? In general. I don't really know how to stop them going green completely.
Probably just put maybe a bed quilt on them.
You can even keep them in the box and they go off colour. So you know we've tried all sorts to keep them
not going green.
And we have another double here. This is the Aquamaster again. The next picture here, I think, is from a scan. This is some interesting looking.
From Argos, so you can go on the Argos book now. That would be under industrial hoovers. That would be under you go on the car bit. It would be under there. So.
It's got a bolt hose on that one, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really wants to have a bolt hose. He really wants one.
It comes with an all tube too, and all the heads that we can get a bolt hose and that.
So that looks like a bolt hose to me.
Yeah.
We also now have a Henry Turbo. But this isn't the newer version, this is the original one. These, like you say, Henry and a Parade. It's a good combination actually with the carpets, but I'm trying to find ones in good nick, not knackered, or not too expensive. Got V11 head there. Right, so let's get to the next one. We got the one of the toys he was being used after for a little while.
That one now.
The V8.
We do have that one. I think that's from just for Jigsaws yesterday.
Yeah, so that's the V8 toy, so that's inspired him. That's another inspiration. The next picture here, I can't remember the actual person's name exactly. It could be Simon, it could be. So I think this is from a forum or something, but this is a fairly good collection now. He actually owns all these machines. So that one there is the iconic Dirt Searcher. That one there would be the one with the height adjuster, so that one would be like between 71 onwards up to 75. And then in 1976 they come out with the top fill brown one, which quite very rare indeed actually. That's always the machine that people are always trying to get their hands on, and they may have all these other machines and they just can't seem to get them, and then if they do ever turn up, they are literally biting people's arms off for them. And then that one there is a bit of a strange one, because he's actually got one of these ready for refurbishment. Never got around to doing it this year, but this is the Co-op exclusive one, I think, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. It's the not Co-op. It's the well, I reckon it's a Sweb exclusive, Southwest Waterboard exclusive, because the one that he's got, we actually drove to London, but it had a Sweb line plug on it. So I'm pretty sure it could be Southwest Electricity Board exclusive, or it could be. So the one that we got, we're pretty sure it's from the area. So it is a exclusive model for the electricity boards, and it basically they use the long bag off this one, but in blue. It's got the white bottom off this one, same as this. That one's of a creamy colour, and that one there as well. Even though it's got a long bag, it's got a short fill tube, isn't it? It's a bit strange, because I'm amazing, never ever. I think we're going to probably convert ours to the top fill one, possibly. That might be better actually, because top fill is better. So that could be we have got bits to do that with actually.
And that's a V6 Action Total Clean.
Yeah, and that's another one that he owns in his collection. Another machine we have here, and I'm not too sure this one could be Vintage Hoover, same as him. I think that's Vintage Hoover. From YouTube we have a iconic machine indeed.
This is original Turbo Power 1,
and this is the base model. This is the one that appears on the tool instructions. So
and when it's on the
he has got one of these,
and when it's on the air freshener packet.
We have got one of these, but it's in such poor state. There is one for sale on eBay, but it hasn't I think the clip's the wrong colour around the back, and we haven't got a clip to swap it with, so he would have snapped that one up by now, really, if it was. He really wants to get a really nice condition one.
Because something's got the back of it.
And I think this one here is the same person again. This has got all his juniors out, and yeah.
They've got the purple one there too.
So there's all sorts of ones here, isn't there? So there's the
orange.
There's the
pink one.
That's the iconic one. Now that Hoover's, it's got that one. You've got that one. Got that one. Got most of these
got
here.
The orange one.
Yeah. So there's loads there. That's most of the juniors, I think, from the 60s.
You've got the purple one.
Yeah, that's a rare one. And the next one we have here.
It's a Hoover Turbo Power 2.
That's right. Turbo Power 2.
No, the Perla bag one.
No, that's the base model, isn't it?
It's the base one.
I don't know if we had one of them at one time. We may have had one of them at one time.
We've got a blue one still.
Yeah. Yeah, it may have been that one. So we have got another iconic picture here. We have got the constellation. These aren't actually in order because you've got the satellite.
No, that is a rare model too, but with a bag indicator.
Ah, it's got the bag indicator on it. So that is, no, we haven't got one of them.
No, that is a rare model. Someone said that they only got one of those. We got it.
Right.
I think I know what connector that is.
So that's extremely rare. That could be. I can't think his name is. So yeah, so we have, these aren't actually in order, but this is the constellations here. We got the blue one, that I think would be the pink one. We've got the hot green one.
It's orange in there.
It does look orange, but I think it's pink. And then we got the stainless steel Maytag satellite. So they're another iconic. Now this picture here, I'm pretty sure could be Mr. Becko 1987. I think could be, because he's got lots of blogs and that. I think this could be his when he had all his Dysons back in the day before they all turned green. So
they got the original diesel one.
It could be
the new. Yeah. It even comes in the Shutter Mangoes. Every single one. That one. Both of those are standard ones.
Yeah, I think one's an early one and one's a later one with a different rating on it.
Yeah, no, that's the earlier one out of them.
And we have, this is off a very iconic Dyson advert. The small, medium and large, almost like the Three Bears.
Yeah.
So he has actually got all those vacuums, by the way, because I think we've done, that's the 22, that's the 26, and then he's got, that one's based off that's the cheaper version, that's the 32. I think they did the 23, but the 23 that you've got is the Motorhead version, isn't it? So he actually has got all those vacuums as well. So there is lots of vacuums he does own, and we've got the toy ball. So it is a nice looking collage, really.
And we've got the head fringe funny bit.
Oh yeah. So it is, he actually made this, put it in a picture frame.
No, it's already in the picture.
Oh, was it already in the picture frame? And he stuck all these nice things on it, and it's nice, really. I mean, I'm probably looking at maybe getting some sort of perspex to go over the top, but we're actually going to keep this one. We might even put it up in his room eventually when it's all done nicely. But it is nice to be creative with vacuum pictures, and it is a nice little collage, and it does sort of show the sort of machines that he likes and some of the things that's inspired him to collect. And I think this one here was one of the ones that inspired you to get all the dirt searchers, wasn't it? If I remember rightly. And we've done a very similar video where we had all the 60, well, most of the 60s machines lined up. So it is nice to see them. You know, people says to me, oh, can you have the full collection? Well,
no.
To be honest with you, the full collection is like, a lot of them stay in boxes.
Yes, that's not boxes. We just open them up and that's
yeah, and you're not really going to see them. And plus, as well, when you've got a room full of, you know, when you've got, say, 40 or 50 vacuums in a room, it's not very nice to look at. When you've got like 6 or 7 lined up, it's nice, you know, so that looks nice. But if you had like a room full of them everywhere, it doesn't look nice, does it? So that's why we only have to do like one at a time or three or things like that. So yeah, so thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Vacuum Man 8. We'll be uploading another video again tomorrow. We may even do 2 today yet, we're not too sure. So we've got a few ideas what we're going to be doing this week. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Vacuum Man 8. Bye!